From 8,000-year-old strange patterns on the ground to the mysterious death of a lone traveler in a hotel, these are the Nerdy Punch's 10 hair-raising mysteries that are still unsolved and unexplained. For more intriguing and interesting videos from the Nerdy Punch, please don't forget to subscribe. Number 10. The 8,000-year-old mysterious patterns in Kazakhstan. For thousands of years, the steppe geoglyphs in a remote part of Kazakhstan has mystified people and defied all explanations. People have come up with all sorts of reasons for these earthworks' existence. Some say they are the work of aliens. Others contend that the Nazis were behind it. Whoever did these ancient earth markings, they are indeed an enigma. The steppe geoglyphs are scattered all over the remote parts of Kazakhstan, but their distinct patterns can only be viewed from the air. And these patterns vary in shape, from giant rings to what may resemble swastikas. These strange patterns number to about 300, the oldest of which are believed to have been built around 8,000 years ago. Although experts believe that an ancient settlement in the area built the mysterious structures, their purpose remains unknown to this day. According to a New York Times interview, Dimitri Day, the one who first spotted these patterns in 2007 on Google Earth, was trying to find ancient pyramids at the time. He says that these markings may have been built as horizontal observatories used to track the movement of the rising sun. Even NASA, who managed to capture some of the clearest images of the ancient site from over 400 miles above the Earth, are puzzled by these ancient markings. The space agency is now working on uncovering the mystery behind them. Number 9. The Voynich Manuscript. The Voynich Manuscript is one of the most enigmatic mysteries that has only been made known to the world in recent times. It is a 15th century text which contains a cryptic coded language of unknown origin. In it, one can find beautiful drawings and letters, including unknown mysterious plants and nude depictions, all of which captured the interest of researchers and experts. But so far, no one has been able to read and understand the book, and no one has been able to unravel its secrets. The manuscript has been named after Wilfred M. Voynich, a rare book dealer who purchased the document from the Jesuit order in 1912. It was made accessible to the public when, in 2016, a small Spanish company called Siloe won the rights to produce exact replicas of the manuscript. Number 8. The Antikythera Mechanism. Is it possible that the ancients have had knowledge of advanced computing using sophisticated machines that are similar to the ones only seen in our time? That's what the Antikythera mechanism seems to suggest. Theories suggest that the mechanism was an ancient computer-like device believed to have been made by ancient Greeks around 150 BC to 100 BC. It was discovered in a 2,000-year-old wreckage of a ship not far from the coast of the Greek island Antikythera. Many suggestions have been put forward about what the device was used for until Derek J. DeSola Price, a science historian at Princeton University in New Jersey, found out in 1959 that the mechanism could be used to determine exact astronomical positions and even eclipses. According to Price, nothing comparable to it is known from any scientific text or literary allusion. In fact, it was not until the 14th century when the mechanism and technology used in the Antikythera device have been seen again, when mechanical timepieces were produced in Europe. Number 7. The Great Kentucky Meat Shower. What usually pours down as rain is water, but not the case in Kentucky in 1876. That nice spring day turned into something that is the stuff of nightmare when meat starts to rain down from above. 5 to 10 centimeters of gross meat starts pouring down everywhere and leaves everyone scared and confused. To get to the bottom of things, 2 residents start sampling the meat and determines that it's either deer or lamb, experts start looking into the matter and are especially confused as to where the meat came from and why it rained down as it did. Some believed that the chunks of meat were vomited by buzzards. However, no believable explanation has been provided to this day. Number 6. The mysterious deaths of 200,000 antelopes. In central Kazakhstan, a massive die-off of critically endangered saiga antelope took place in May of 2015. Final reports estimate that about 200,000 of these animals died, a number that is more than a third of all the saiga antelope population all over the world. Nothing like this has ever happened to this species. Even more alarming is the fact that the exact cause of these animals' death is yet to be revealed. A few analyses have been conducted that point to a combination of environmental and biological factors as the causes of the animal's death. The pathogens Pasteurella and Clostridia have been found to have contributed to the rapid and widespread deaths, but this finding hasn't entirely solved the mystery. Others contend that decades of spacecraft launches from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan might have caused the massive die-off. Whatever the exact reason may be, it could be long before it's uncovered. Number 5. The vanishing of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. One of the biggest news that shook the world in 2014 was the mysterious disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. It vanished in March that year after it took off from Kuala Lumpur. The mystery dragged on for years, and the questions remain. What happened to Malaysia Airlines Flight 370? Was it hijacked? Did it blow up in the air? Did the aliens snatch up the plane and its passengers? Was it the handiwork of terrorists? And since no one could come up with a concrete answer, everyone's guess continues to feed a few conspiracy theories. Also, despite finally having a piece of solid evidence when one of the plane's parts washed ashore somewhere, we're no closer to unraveling one of our time's greatest mysteries. Number 4. The Lost Colony of Roanoke. A person mysteriously going missing is hair-raising enough, let alone an entire colony. That became the fate of the colony of Roanoke. The island of Roanoke is located a few miles off the coast of what is now North Carolina, USA. It was established by English settlers in 1585. When it came time for the colony's governor, John White, to leave for England to collect more supplies for the new settlement, he left his wife, daughter, granddaughter, and son-in-law. Upon his return in 1590, he found the colony empty. There was no sight of even his own family. What could have happened to the colony? One of the theories suggests that the settlers moved to a nearby island where they became part of the Croatoan Native American tribe. One of the telltale signs was the word Croatoan carved on one of the abandoned settlement's posts. Number 3. Jack the Ripper. One of the most captivating mysteries of the 19th century was Jack the Ripper. As one who left behind trails apart from trails of blood after his murderous escapades, Jack the Ripper may be regarded as the father of all serial killers. Indeed, his reputation is as notorious as his crimes. He murdered at least 5 prostitutes between August and November of 1888. The victims were murdered in the East End of London, England, and were found to have been mutilated. The name Jack the Ripper originated from an anonymous letter that had been sent to a London news agency which bore confessions and signed Jack the Ripper. But the letter was later revealed to be fake. More than a century has passed, and the true identity of the killer or killers and the mystery behind the murders of the victims remain a secret. Number 2. The Boy in the Box. In February of 1957, a man was walking through the wilderness near the rural Susquehanna Road in Philadelphia, where he was checking his traps for muskrats. Suddenly, he came across a large cardboard box with words "fragile" and "handle with care" printed on it. The box had been left in a trash-filled empty field in the woods. Inside the box, the man discovered what he first thought to be a doll around 40 inches in height, sitting within its shadows and wrapped up in a flannel blanket. Suddenly, chills went up the man's spine when, upon getting closer, he could see that this was no doll, but rather the naked body of a young boy of around 4 years of age. The boy's body was badly bruised and appeared to have sustained severe injuries to his head. There were also indications that the boy may have suffered from eye ailments and had surgery before his death. The police never identified him and never found who killed him. Number 1. The death of Elisa Lam. One of the most mysterious stories widely covered by media is the death of Canadian Elisa Lam. She was a lone traveler and stayed at the notorious Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles, where she was found dead inside one of the water tanks on the hotel's rooftop. The cause of her death remains unknown to this day. Even more mysterious and creepy are the events that took place leading up to her disappearance and the eventual discovery of her body. The coroner's office ruled her death as an accidental drowning. However, the weird details of Lam's case fueled the speculation as to how she really died. Theories have been put forward involving everything from murder conspiracies to poltergeists, but no one has finally uncovered the truth. Police soon released surveillance footage taken from the cameras at the Cecil Hotel on their website, and things took a stranger turn. In the hotel video, Elisa Lam can be seen in one of its elevators on the date of her disappearance, acting in a very strange manner. The footage shows Lam stepping into the elevator and pushing all the floor buttons. She steps in and out of the elevator, poking her head out sideways toward the hotel's hallways in between. She peers out of the elevator a few times more before completely stepping out of it. The last minutes of the video show Lam standing by the left side of the door, moving her hands in random gestures as if communicating with someone, but nobody else was captured on the video apart from her. That's it for this video. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button for more intriguing videos from the Nerdy Punch.